Hachette Audio presents The World Beneath Their Feet, Mountaineering, Madness, and the Deadly Race to Summit the Himalayas. Written and read by Scott Ellsworth.
For John Roper Ellsworth and William Upfield Ellsworth. A note to the reader. This is a book about a period of time, not so long ago, when significant portions of the earth were still cloaked in mystery. Long before the invention of the internet or cell phone technology, it was also an age when real-life heroes went about their work far from the glare of the 24-hour news cycle and were often cut off from the rest of the world for weeks, if not months, at a time. The individuals who populate this story were a complicated lot. Some were principled, steadfast, and tenacious. Others were devious and cowardly. A handful were brilliant, others foolhardy. Like you, however, most of them were avid readers. On the highest mountains on the planet, where every additional ounce might determine the difference between victory and defeat, they brought along dog-eared copies of Wuthering Heights, Pride and Prejudice, and the Oxford Book of Greek Verse in their rucksacks. 2,000 feet below the summit of Mount Everest, inside a tiny tent pitched along a murderous ridge, a British climber named Eric Shipton tried to read, by flickering candlelight, Thornton Wilder's The Bridge of San Luis Rey, a novel which questioned the meaning of life in the face of the sudden and deadly collapse of an ancient rope bridge in 18th century Peru. Many people believe that mountain climbers as a whole were mad. Some undoubtedly were. One dark, drizzly evening, while I was doing research for this book, I found myself walking along the back streets of Darjeeling, a mystical hill town perched along the edge of the eastern Himalayas. With the help of a local guide, I was trying to locate the former home of a legendary Sherpa named Ong Sering, who had worked on mountaineering expeditions back in the 1930s. While the old man was deceased, I had heard that his daughters still had a box of his climbing paraphernalia. Such materials, I'd reasoned, might help me to tell the story of the forgotten men and women who, decades earlier, had set out to climb the highest and deadliest mountains on Earth. Finally, the guide and I found the house, a low-slung affair, painted a bright aqua with red gutters and
Sample complete. Ready to continue?